Hello, everyone. I thought I'd take a break from talking about the publishing journey and actually give you some insights into the book itself. Oh, and I'm doing this in one take. I don't have any editing skills yet. So I was born in the middle of September, and that actually corresponds to the beginning of the school year in England. And I actually went to a university in Scotland where the academic year also began in the middle of September. So it seemed to me that growing up, every birth year corresponded to a school or university year, and that was like a chapter in my life. So that's how I structured the book. One chapter for every year of my life corresponding to an academic year. And I have written the book from the age of 3 in the present tense because from the age of 3, I am actually drawing from my own memories. I wanted the reader to be inside the head of the narrator, actually to grow up with the narrator, to think what he's thinking, to understand what he's feeling, with no retrospective apology from the writer 30, 40 years later. So you're very much in the head of the narrator. You are actually growing up with him, you are experiencing his life. So I shall begin. So this is from 1964, age 1. I came second in the Karachi Bonnie Baby contest. I was wearing a black suit, white shirt, and dark tie. Smartly dressed, suave, and handsome, I looked like James Bond, although I was too young to see either of his movies. I was also somewhat unsteady on my feet. People were particularly impressed by my light skin. And just a reminder quickly, there you go. I think everything I'm telling you is absolutely true. I do look like a young James Bond. First prize went to the child of the organizer. The judges were her friends. This is absolutely typical of third world banana republic unfairness. In the West, the organizer's child would not be allowed to enter the contest. I was denied the title of Karachi's bonniest baby by blatant nepotism. I began my lifelong struggle against corruption and injustice. We fast forward to 1976, age 13. Now, like everyone, every boy at that age, my blood was burning with desire, just like all my classmates. But I was also very concerned about protocols and procedures. The problem of pajamas troubles me greatly. Pajamas always have a generous hole at the front to make it easy for you to get the equipment out to pee. The question is, what do you do during you know what? When I see on television people who've apparently just had sex, the man always has pajama bottoms on. For example, in the film Goldfinger, James Bond is wearing pajama bottoms. The woman he stole away from Mr. Goldfinger is wearing the pajama top. Do you use the hole to put the equipment through, or do you take the pajamas off completely and then put them back on again immediately afterwards, before the long conversation? I will need to know this before my wedding night. Now we'll just jump ahead to 1980, age 18. In W.H. Smith, I pick up a heavy volume of 4 collected James Bond novels by Ian Fleming. I start reading and I'm absolutely hooked. They are brilliantly written, compelling, exciting, erotic. Fleming is a storytelling genius, and these novels are absolutely intoxicating. The character of Commander James Bond is a compelling role model. He's actually Scottish and Swiss by birth, but he represents all that is quintessentially British, like me. And he's an ex military man, like me. I was in the RAF cadets. I even look like him. I match his description almost perfectly. And I actually have there's a table of my description versus James Bond, which I'll just run through. James Bond, dark, clean cut face. Yes, and I shave every day. Well, obviously not today. If I had to shave every time I made one of these videos, it would be such a chore. Eyes wide and level. Yeah, sure. Straight, rather long black brows. Yes. Hair black, absolutely black. Parted on the left, yes, since childhood. Longish straight nose, yes. I used to deny that I have a long nose. Short upper lip, could be. Wide and finely drawn but cruel mouth. My mouth can be cruel. Jaw straight and firm, I think so. A 3-inch scar right cheek, no, but I do have a dimple on the chin on the right side. Dark suit, black blazer and trousers, a school uniform. White shirt always. Black knitted tie. Well, my prefect's tie is black. What's a knitted tie? James Bond always has a bracing cold shower after his hot shower. I start to do the same. Cold showers make me feel great. He smokes a lot and drinks vodka, things which obviously I cannot do. But for breakfast, he has scrambled eggs washed down with an entire pot of coffee and a whole jug of freshly squeezed orange juice. This becomes my favourite breakfast too on non school days, although I have to make do with just a carton of not quite so fresh orange juice. I also have to stay in for a while after consuming all of this. Instead of working for my exams, A levels, I'm reading James Bond novels. This is not good, and I know it. And then just, we'll go back a year. 1980, age 17. The James Bond film on Her Majesty's Secret Service is screened on television. I tape it on the VCR. I'm the only person I know in the school whose family has one, and watch it several times. Not only does it have great music and action, but it has a special connection to me. James Bond rescues a beautiful woman. Her name is Contessa Teresa di Vincenzo, Tracy for short. Later, he bursts into the office of Tracy's father, the head of a powerful criminal organization, carrying a dagger. Tracy's father says, "Do not kill me, Mr. Bond, at least not until we've had a drink." James Bond considers for a moment and then throws the dagger at the wall calendar. It embeds itself in 14 September. Tracy's father scrutinizes the calendar, then declares, "But today is the 13th, Commander." The 13th of September, that's my birthday. This is a magic film, and this scene has a special message for me. Tracy's father explains why Bond should marry Tracy, and indeed, she is the perfect woman. She is beautiful, intelligent, independent, vivacious, a lover of adventure, and not afraid to drive a car with passion. Contessa Teresa di Vincenzo is the kind of girl for Bond and the kind of girl that I should marry. I know this with all my heart. After the meeting with Tracy's father, James Bond returns to London to see his boss, M. On entering the office of M's secretary, Miss Moneypenny, he gives her a friendly pat on the backside. She yelps in delight. Yeah, so I'm not so sure that James Bond is actually that good a role model for nowadays, but well, it had a time and a place. Thank you.